Hi calling friends and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have my mythographic collection for you and I want to share my favorite images from these books. I also own the two new books without the hidden objects, and in total I have 6 books here. 4 by Fabiana Attanasio and 2 by Joseph Kattenbang. And the idea for this video was actually born when I heard that there were different opinions on the new book by Fabiana Attanasio, Menagerie. Yeah, I also will give you my opinion on that and show you just my favorite images from this book and also from all the other mythographic books that I own. So let's get started with the new book by Fabiana Attanasio, Menagerie. So this is her first book without the hidden objects. And to be honest, I think this is what most of us have waited for. Because I found it very difficult to make them disappear properly. And they just ruined the page or the beautiful image for me, kind of. So very happy that they are gone. But now I have heard that there are different opinions on this book actually. There are some that very love it as usual, and then there are some that say this is too much fantasy or that it is too abstract. And to be honest, when I saw the first flip through of this book here, I also saw quite a few images that I really don't like. And I think it is the first time that in those books that it contains images that I don't like. I mean, there are always images that we like more or images that we like not as much, but never images that I didn't like. So that was the first time, and maybe that is what the problem that some of you also had with this book. But I also found that this book contains quite many that I absolutely love. And I think maybe when I just take a look at my markings here, so that are all my favorite images from this book, there are quite many. And I think the portion of the pages that I like overweight the other portion by far. So let's get started and let's get into it and start with my first favorite image, which is this beautiful image here with those mercats, something like that. They do have like fish tails or mermaid tails, and I think for this image this fits quite well. It does look very nice. The overall layout I really like. This is big full moon, and just the amount of detail that is given here. Then there comes quite a portion with images that I either find okay or with pages that I really don't like. Let me show you one. For example, this one I really don't like. And then, first when I saw this one, I only saw those faces here and I thought, okay, this looks really cute. But when I saw those hands, no, this really, I don't know, really don't like that. So if those hands wouldn't be there, just a little bit shorter the image, then I would like this image. But the hands destroy this image for me a little bit. But let's continue with the images that I actually love. And this owl page here is another one of my favorites actually. One reason is because I really love owls and I also love mushrooms, and this has also wood. I find wood makes it kind of accessible to me, the owl, the big owl, mushrooms as I said, and this is absolutely not too much fantasy for me or too abstract. This one I really like. Then I've got this one with a fox and the cards in here, and the only fantasy aspect of this image might be that this fox has 3 tails, but this is what we have seen in other books already, so nothing too weird actually. Really love this page here. So then another one of my favorites, the cat with a fish around it. The cat is under this glass, let's call it a bowl. and playing with this little bell there, and yeah, this is really cute, and yeah, I really like this image. I think when this would be colored, it would be very colorful, with glass effect, and colorful fishes, some flowers here, and I think this would look really stunning when it is colored. So let's see what else. This one here, for example, with the birds, and we've got some tree bark here, and then it transforms into a pencil. So this is something that I really like as well. So all the objects that are on this page I really like, and I think it would be fun to color it, or when it would be colored, it would look stunning. I think this is my most favorite image from this book, with those what's the name of these? Yeah, however, I don't know the word for these little guys now at the moment, but I absolutely love this topic. I love everything that is with magic and witches and kind of Halloween-like. So this one I absolutely adore. No, this one is not one. Let me try. Yeah, here. This one I absolutely adore as well. I love mushrooms, and then we've got this this animal here, and yeah, this looks absolutely like fun for me. I haven't colored a page in those mythographic books yet. I really need to get started, and I really would love to get started, but they kind of feel a bit overwhelming to me sometimes. But the factor that the hidden objects are gone, yeah, might be a good reason to get started with them. This is another one that I really like, and you know, a page that I really like always contains some objects that I already know how to color them, or that I love to color. For example, poppies. I really love poppies. I love trees and tree bark, and I think those kangaroos would also be kind of fun to color them. The only thing is those cityscapes. I think that I struggle a bit with cityscapes, or I never tried to color one, so I really don't know which colors I should use for those buildings here. Oh my gosh. Okay. So then this one with the red, is it a red panda? A red bear? Yeah, however, this one I also really like, because the first thing that I see is the snow and the icicles and the crystals, the red panda, and yeah, enough negative space, like a night sky or something. So I see which colors I would like to use on this. I exactly see the image, so that makes it very accessible to me. And yeah, I would love to color the snow here, and that would get me started on it. So this one, maybe I would color this one maybe in the winter time. That would be fun. So, however, I do see quite a few images here that I think, or that I feel that I actually could get started with and finally start my mythographic journey. So, and this is another one. When I saw this image, I was sold on the book, because I had my color scheme for this in mind. I see a very atmospheric page here, and I love snakes to color. For coloring, I love them. I find it interesting. So, yeah, this is another one that I'm in love with. So, yeah. So it does have actually really quite, and most of them that I'm not showing you, I also really like, and I think that I could color them, and there are only a few that I really don't like. So here's another one that I really like, with those rabbits here, and yeah, this is quite symmetrical, I would say, but again, I really love it. Absolutely love this. It's not too crowded with lines, it's not too much going on, and yeah. And then this one with the owl, because I don't know what it is, but I like images with owls. So yeah, this one I really like. This one also has the buildings, those little houses. Yeah, this is the only thing that I love images with those cityscapes, with those houses and buildings. I just don't know how to color them. But yeah, so these were actually my favorite images from the new Mythographic book. And now I will show you my favorites from Mythographic Dreamgarden by Fabiana Attanasio. I have 4 books by her, and we will go through all of those at first. And after that, I show you the 2 that I have from Joseph Kattenbang. So this is one of my favorites here. And I think actually that the new book is a little bit more accessible, because I think that the older books were, how to say it, a little bit more full, and I find it a little bit easier when it is not overloaded with different stuff, when there is a little bit more negative space. This one I also absolutely love. I saw this one colored by someone. Maybe Imogen? Don't know, but yeah. Yeah, absolutely love this one. This is one that maybe could get... I really love the top part of it. This is too much flowers for me. So the lower part I don't love as much, but the top part I absolutely love. So then this one with the hedgehog, of course, and the berries. Little house here, mushrooms. It contains all the subjects that I love for coloring, and yeah, very cute image. Then this one also, I think because of mushrooms, waterfall, and it's kind of flowing in the air. I really like this image. Only thing that keeps me off from starting this is, I think, the image a little bit, because again I don't know how to tackle it. Yeah, then this one also, I also like this, that it is in the sky. It has this hanging things here, the mushrooms, the trees. So very beautiful image, I think. One that I really like. And I also like this, a tropical scene here. Yeah, then this one here. I love the building. Even though I don't yet know how to tackle this building, I really love it. And yeah, I love the flowers that are drawn on this page here. I love the whole scenery here. So this one I actually really love. And then this tree house here. Yeah, tree house. I also love tree houses, to be honest. So very nice topic, I think. And not too much going on here. And yeah, I really just need to get started with one. But I'm kind of hesitant. I don't know. But yeah, in those older books, I have to say it was especially those hidden objects, because I have colored or started one image and I kind of messed it up with the hidden objects. So, yeah, this is another one that I really like, with those frogs and those lanterns, the flowers here, lotus flowers, I think, maybe. Yeah, this one I really like. And that was the last one from this book. So let's go on with Paradise. I always thought that Paradise might be my favorite book of hers, but it also, it really has some of my favorite images, but I don't feel like that I want to start them, if that makes any sense. Love this one with the dolphins. It has the volcanoes in the background, underwater scene, but on this one there is going on maybe a little bit too much, so this keeps me off, I think, a little bit, even though I love this image. Then this image, I absolutely love this one, and I think this one is quite accessible. I saw this one colored with Alina, and I loved her version. It looks really so fantastic. Yeah, I think that the factor that keeps me off the most is still the hidden objects, because how to get rid of this thing here? When they are behind the imagery, it is good, but when they are above or in front of it, it makes it quite difficult, I think. Then this one also, absolutely beautiful. I love those birds here, but I also don't feel like coloring it. I just like to look at it. Because, I don't know, too many objects, I think. This one, again, one of my favorites to look at, but don't feel like coloring it. So, and I have to say, for her new book, I really feel like coloring my favorite images. Yeah. Then this scene here, also absolutely adorable. Reminds a little bit of Alice in Wonderland, because of the cards, and this key maybe fits a little bit the scene than the mushrooms here. I think I would also keep the balloon. This looks okay. Then this one here with a library. I also love books and libraries, so that is something that I also really like in coloring books. Another one that I absolutely love, with those glasses, wine glasses here, which have those little aisles in it, and this one I find it very beautiful. And then this one I just saw recently colored by Lavelia's Coloring, and I absolutely loved her version and her color scheme on it. I always loved this image. This one was one of my favorites from the beginning, but since I have since I saw her colored version, I love it even more, I think. And she made a blue dragon, actually, and I always saw this one with a red dragon, I think. So, and then this one, I think I love this one because I saw the colored version by Coloring with Kay. She colored this one amazingly. I just loved it, and so this was the last one from this book, and now I have one more to go from Fabiana, and then I will show you Joseph Kattenbang's favorites. So then I also have the Frosen Fantasies, and I think the only book that I'm missing is the Enchanted Castles. I think it was the first one, and because I find it so difficult to color buildings, that is the reason why I didn't got the Enchanted Castles, I think. And then plus the factor of the hidden objects, I decided against it. So this one I like because of the boat. I just find this very beautiful, but I think for coloring I also think that I just find it very beautiful to look at. This one I think is more accessible for me, so this one I might even color, because it has some objects that I know how to color it, and they are in a bigger scale, so to speak. Yeah, this one I actually really like. So this one also very overwhelming, but I love all those forest scenes, so with a lot of trees and plants. So and that I love about it. It also has crystals, mushrooms, leaves, tree bark, some buildings as well. And then this scene also very beautiful, with like the opposites of ice crystals, and then the desert, a desert scene. Very interesting. I think it could look very nice when it is colored. Yeah, this one I like because of the squirrel, because I absolutely love squirrels. And I think this is tree bark, and then also some ice crystals maybe. It's kind of hard to see what is what. So this one, again, I love because of the stack of books. Very beautiful. Here I find that maybe the flowers, actually they are not too small, but I think those ice crystals might be more difficult to color. I don't know. And then the last one that I choose are those penguins. Yeah, this is also very, very cute. So, and that was the last favorite image from Fabiana Attanasio. I would love to know which is your favorite book by Fabiana, and if you have a favorite image. So now, Joseph Kattenbang. I have 2 books only by him. Oh, the new book is much thinner. Just realized it. The new book is much thinner, but I'm okay with it. Maybe because of the pages for the which shows where the hidden objects are hidden. Maybe that it is. So I found that there is a huge difference between his older books and this newer book, and maybe also the Wild Winter, which I don't have yet, but I really think about getting the Wild Winter. Because in this book I actually have only marked 3 images, and yeah, and compared with all the other images that I have shown you before, yeah, these are not the favorite images, but yeah, from this book just maybe from these books it is for me the best. But when you look at this image here, this is very overwhelming to me. So Joseph Kattenbang's illustrations are very detailed, which it is beautiful, but for coloring, and just look at those tiny leaves and all this tiny stuff. You cannot layer on those tiny stuff. You can just give one layer, I think. And I love to layer, so for coloring, this is just too tiny, I think. And then this is really just overwhelming, all this line work. You can't actually see the image. And I think, this is another one on which I could see something at least. So on most of his images, I think to find out what is on the page, that is actually the discovering part of it. And I hope it's not an unpopular opinion, but I really struggle to get into those images because they are just too much, too small. For this image, if it would be on an A3 size book, maybe it would be better, but it's too small, I think. It's just too small and too much detail. And still very beautiful. Absolutely, if he had colored them, that would be beautiful to look at them. But yeah, and that was the reason why I didn't get the Wild Winter, because I couldn't find access to his books. Yeah, this scene I actually also really like from the idea. The ideas are all very cool. Yeah, a lot of fantasy in them, and that is really beautiful. And this might be one of the easier ones to color, actually. But yeah, but when you take a look at his newer work, The Voyage, this is the newest one without the hidden objects, I think this one is so much more accessible. For example, this is, I think, the first page, and I absolutely already adore this one. I mean, look at it. It has a lot more negative space, so empty space, so that you can actually make out the image. This don't has these very small details. It has still quite many details, I think, but they are in a size that makes it enjoyable to color them. I just think that's my opinion. And very beautiful page. I also like this one. Because of the dragonflies, and this is a leaf boat, so to speak. And then this is rocks, but in the shape of a hand. So these are waterfalls. So still it's a little bit of discovering, but actually it's a lot of fun to just discover this image and to see what you can find in it. And I really like this image here. Another thing is that he always draws those circles around light sources, and I don't know yet how I feel about them. So I don't know if this makes it actually easier to color it, but I find those images so much more accessible, and I feel much more drawn to them, and also I think that I might be able to color them, Then this one, the flying boat here, it has also some wings here. Then the Rochen, yeah, those fishes here. A lot of clouds, and then what I love is the fireworks in the background. So yeah, this one I really would like to try out, color it. I think it would look stunning when it is done. Stunning. Yeah, absolutely love his new book here. Absolutely love it. And then the next one here I also love. Yeah, this is a building, but still I love the whole scenery around it. So with the trees and those, how you call them? Those lightning things here. So the water, I really like the scenery of this one. So then the next one, this one I like because of the pumpkins, because I think I like all images that contain pumpkins, just because I love to color pumpkins. I just don't know, maybe you know it, what is it that comes out of it? Is this, what is it? Some kind of cloud or steam? Steam? Ah, I don't know the word. Maybe it's just magic or so. So, and then the next one. In this one, I really love the moth and those eating plants. Oh my gosh, I don't know the English word for those plants here, but yeah, I found this very interesting. And then there is a boat flowing through it, and look at this moth here. It's catched in this plant already. Oh, that's dramatic, actually. Yeah, very beautiful image. Yeah, this one also one of my favorites with the swans, and they carrying this shoe house here. And yeah, it has some flowers and some lamps here, and then a lot of clouds again. But also just a very beautiful scene, very detailed, but I think it's not too much and not too small. And once it is colored, oh my gosh, it would look so beautiful, I think. Yeah, this one is also absolutely stunning. I love the sunflowers, I love the whale in the sky. This has to be a night sky, and then, yeah, this one has to glow actually. And those ones as well. Absolutely stunning image. Actually, I can't wait to see the first colored images from this book. And then my last favorite from this book is actually this one with these hot air balloons. I think I forgot to show you one from the Menagerie, but oh well, it's okay. So yeah, the birds reminded me of it. Oh well. So yeah, I love the birds, this cage here, and the hot air balloons. There is also a rainbow in the background, so this image must be very colorful when it is colored, I think. Yeah. So absolutely stunning. Absolutely adore Joseph's new work. I can't wait to see other books that he will release. I think in October there is one coming out, and next year is another one, and also the new ones by Fabiana. So I hope they will all release them without the hidden objects, and yeah, and that he stays a little bit more simplified with his images, so that it's not too overwhelming and not too small to color actually. So I really think that I will get the Wild Winter, because I just watched a flip through again, and I think that the Wild Winter is a little bit more like the Voyage, so where the images are not that detailed. They are still very detailed, but where the details are not too small and too overwhelming, and where there is a little bit more of negative space. And yeah, I think that I will really like it, and I think I will get the Wild Winter, even though it still has the hidden objects. So, and this was my mythographic collection with all my favorite images. I showed you actually those images that made those books a selling point for me. And now I really hope that I can get started with one of maybe the newer books, because yeah, I think I will start with the newer books. I really would love to have one colored by the Mythographic series here, but keep your fingers crossed for me. So, and that was all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, please give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment below, let me know which is your favorite book from this series, and what you think about the hidden objects. Yeah, and I hope that I will see you in my next video. So, happy coloring and bye everyone!